Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. About 6 months ago, I made a video giving you guys a complete wallet guide and tutorial on the OneKey Classic. And now I want to make a follow-up video just giving my thoughts and opinions on this wallet when we are using it for Kaspa specifically. So I first want to start off with the things I really do like about this wallet. The first is the fact that it is Bluetooth compatible. This is really nice because it allows you to connect the OneKey Classic directly to your phone and be able to manage your funds while just using your phone, and you don't always have to connect it up to a computer. The second thing I really do like about it is the fact that Kaspa was integrated with OneKey and it had its own Kaspa design, and I was able to get me one of these. So it is really cool to have something like this. And then the last thing that I really do like about OneKey is the fact that it is completely open source. And something that is completely open source is probably one of the best things when it comes to hardware wallets, because then you can literally independently check the code and ensure it is secure since it is fully transparent. So these are the things that I really do like about OneKey. And then the things that I want to get into now are pertaining Kaspa integrated with OneKey, because there are some things that I just personally don't like. So to first off begin, I first want to talk about the fact that Kaspa on OneKey has this blind signing issue. Now, this blind signing issue has nothing to do with like someone being able to get access to your seed phrase, but I'll describe to you exactly what it has to deal with, because Coder of Stuff was able to look into the OneKey Classic code on GitHub and was able to give us exactly what is going on behind the scenes with this blind signing. And if you don't really understand what I'm talking about, if you ever have sent a transaction on OneKey, you'll get something that looks like this saying unable to decode transaction data, sign at your own risk. And I've still signed transactions despite it saying this, and I've had a lot of success. But the problem is you are not really able to verify exactly what you are signing with the second screen right here. You can only trust what you're seeing on your phone as being legitimate. And let's get into what Coder of Stuff says about this. He says Kaspa signing is done with this code right here that's within GitHub, and it says the message it signs is the raw message in this spot right here in GitHub. Since the relevant components of the transaction aren't here, you're relying that the software that submitted this raw message to you is acting truthfully, as opposed to calculating the sig hash from the details of the transaction. It simply takes it as raw message and signs whatever is in that raw message. This is problematic since it's possible that the software side that sent you the raw message may have sent you the sig hash for a completely different transaction. And so really all this is if there was a possibility that your OneKey app or the downloaded software that you downloaded on your computer was to get hacked in some sort of way, which would be a very unlikely scenario, especially if you're downloading these apps and the software from the designated areas. Like OneKey app should be only from the App Store or the Play Store, and then also if you want to download it on your computer, it should be only from the OneKey website. But as long as you don't download a malicious type of app or anything like that, you really don't have to worry too much about this. But in the case that your app was to somehow get hacked, which again is rare, you won't be able to verify that what you're seeing on your phone is actually what you're signing, because with Kaspa, we're not able to verify what you're going to be signing because it doesn't show you. It kind of skips over this and only shows you the address that is holding the Kaspa, but not the address that it's going to be going to. So these are one of the things I don't really like. But ultimately, if you're using OneKey more for like long-term storage, this doesn't really affect you too much, because this is only when it comes to sending transactions. And if you're sending a lot of transactions and you kind of are worried about this, then maybe OneKey might not be for you. But if you're using OneKey mainly for long-term storage, then I really don't have any complaints about this too much. The second thing I really don't like about OneKey when it comes to Kaspa is the fact that the seed phrase on OneKey is not compatible with other Kaspa wallets. So in the event that you lose your OneKey device, you can't just recover the seed phrase on another Kaspa wallet. You have to get another OneKey basically, or recover the seed phrase within the OneKey app itself, which I wouldn't like to do, because if you were to recover your seed phrase within the app version of OneKey, then you essentially just made your seed phrase a hot wallet. And in this sense, if your seed phrase is a hot wallet, you're going to want to make a brand new seed phrase and move your funds out of there. But you would need another OneKey device to generate a new cold storage device. So I'm actually thinking of possibly getting myself the OneKey Mini, which requires you to connect to your computer always. But just as a backup, just in case this for some strange reason just stops working, I already have another OneKey hardware wallet ready to go, and I can recover my seed phrase on there. And also, in the event that like OneKey was to get shut down or whatever, it doesn't really matter, because again, OneKey is completely open source, so you are able to still recover your funds, since anyone can basically recreate the OneKey software since it is fully on GitHub. And then the last thing that I don't like about OneKey is a bug that it has pertaining Kaspa when you are sending transactions. This has happened to me a couple times actually, but anytime you are sending a transaction, sometimes it will just not send the transaction. It will just be stuck in pending. And the only way to fix this is to literally just remove your OneKey hardware device from your phone or from your computer and connect it back again. And then that will remove this transaction that stays pending, and then you could try again, and it usually does work. So these are the three things that I don't really like about OneKey when it comes to Kaspa. But ultimately, I still use it for my long-term storage, and I still split my Kaspa between OneKey, Tangem, and Ledger now. And I do this because, in my opinion, I never want to trust one hardware device to be 100% safe. But ultimately, they are as safe as you keep your seed phrase, or in the case of Tangem, as safe as you keep your cards. So these are the things that I don't like about OneKey, and the things I do like about OneKey. I hope they see this video and hopefully fix those things that I mentioned. But other than that, this is a pretty decent device. And if you're still looking for a hardware device that's kind of similar to Trezor, OneKey is the way to go when it comes to holding Kaspa. And it also provides support for loads of other cryptocurrencies. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. And as always, don't be average, be different.